You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities, and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another incredible episode of Vigilantes Radio Live right here on iHeartRadio, and I am your host, Dini. We have a very special guest for you guys. You definitely want to stick around for that, and as a matter of fact, text your buddies, family members, or even share it on social media right now and let them know that we are about to dive deep into another interview. Before I bring my guest on, I do want to say that, some of the biggest, most positive, enduring accomplishments are the result of small efforts or habits repeated again and again. There is enormous, nearly unstoppable power in those small efforts when they are focused consistently in the same direction. Tiny soft water droplets will eventually wear smooth the hardest of stones. So too will small positive efforts eventually yield big and valuable results. It's all about your thoughts and actions in the smallest, most insignificant moments that, they truly matter. They matter very much more than they would seem, for it is in those small, ordinary moments that extraordinary accomplishments are built. It is in the actual living that a life of distinction, success, and fulfillment is achieved. And you may only move a few inches at a time, but those small steps taken one after another will eventually put you miles and miles ahead. See the value and real opportunity in each small moment, because those small moments are indeed what combine to make a big and magnificent life. Take that from me, Coach Dini. That is my word. Are you ready?
You're live in the mix. Let's get this started.
All right. Again, welcome to the show. You're listening to VRL. That's Vigilantes Radio Live right here on iHeartRadio. And I am your host, Dini. Our interviews are designed to go beyond the music, news, books, art, acting, films, technology, education, entrepreneurship, entertainment, and sometimes even past that thing that we call the ego. Our interviews are designed to go behind the scenes and into the minds of these incredible human beings. The ones who are out there giving it their all for me, for you, and for the world. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we welcome a multi-talented artist who embodies grit and authenticity. Chis Salvatore is back in the music world after a 10-year hiatus, bringing us his powerful new single, Starting Something. Known for his diverse talents in acting, modeling, and music, Chis returns with a fresh perspective, blending personal growth with musical passion. This track is more than just a song, it's the beginning of a transformative new chapter. So please join me in saying welcome, friend, to the incredible Chis Salvatore. Hey, welcome to the show.
What's up? Thanks so much for having me. How are you?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Happy Friday.
Yeah, man. Happy Friday. I usually call it Friday.
I like that.
If I feel like it's going to be a Friday. or any Friday or the weekend is always a good thing,
I
right?
think it's a Friday,
Yeah.
I think it feels like a Friday.
So, Chris, man, tell us what's been on your heart and mind as getting back into the swing of things with music. You're reintroducing yourself to your fans through music. So, yeah, man, what's been on your mind?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's been about 10 years since I kind of released any sort of music, and so obviously there's growth there, but most importantly, I feel like I kind of found my sound, so to speak, less like on the pop vibes from when I used to release music in maybe like 2010s, but now like kind of more like disco, and like the vocals not kind of so in your face, kind of more like behind the music track a little bit, and just the quality. I have this long-term friend, Bart Schodel, who is an awesome producer, and he works with amazing artists like Camila Cabello, Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, Charlie XCX. So he is like, the top of the top. And we've been friends for like 15 years, and we've always wanted to do music together. And finally it just lined up, and we were like, hey, let's do something. So we went in the studio, and we birthed Starting Something. So that's the first single that we've kind of did together. We have more to come, but he was a great inspiration and a great help with all his knowledge and wisdom in the music world, for sure.
Yeah. Now, besides the title of the song, Starting Something, along with your good friend, you said there is more to come, but what made this record like the obvious choice to begin with?
I mean, I just couldn't really get past the name, to be honest. It was the first song that we wrote for this collection of songs, so it was actually like starting something. But when you listen to the song, the lyrics aren't really about that. It's more about like starting something in the way of like an argument, or you're always starting something with me, or like, are you starting something with me, like, something like that, which the song is ultimately about, a bad relationship. So it kind of has like a play on those two words, but it's called Starting Something, so I was like, I might as well start with starting something.
Absolutely, man. Who named it? Who named the song?
I come up with these random lyrics and melodies together, and we were just in the studio, and it's very like super low key and casual, and we're just kind of like catching up, and then he's on the bass guitar and he played a bass line, and I was like, oh, that's really good. And then I just kind of came up with the line, always starting something, and I sang it, and he was like, oh shit, that's really good. So we went with that, and I don't know, it just feels like magic whenever I'm in the studio with Bart, just because we've known each other for so long. But yeah, that's how it came about.
Yeah. So man, this is I don't know if this is a appropriate question to ask, but why are people starting something?
Are you starting something with me?
No, man, but seriously, like, what have you found out what the cause is?
I mean, I feel like, not to be obvious, but I feel like any time that I was starting something with someone, like an argument or picking a fight, I think it came from internal pain, like to really lay it out there straight. So that's why we all have to work hard to heal ourselves, and to help heal others.
Yeah. Is that
people
one
are
of your
holding on to a lot of stuff, you know?
Yeah. Is that one of your goals with music?
It is. It really is. I think for me, when I write and when I sing, it's kind of like a healing process for me.
Mm.
I don't know, it like feels like it's almost like meditative, like it connects me to my higher self almost, and even like vocalization, like as you're singing, and it doesn't even have to sound good, but like vocalization and the vibration that your vocal cords make is very healing in itself. But to then be able to have the knowledge to be able to produce my own music as well is such a gift, to kind of like put it all together at once. Was that your question? I feel like I went on a tangent there. But...
Oh no, that's good, man. That's good. You did. Man, what motivated you to step away from music 10 years ago?
Oh, geez. I was going through a really incredible experience with a woman named Norma, and she was my neighbor at the time. I was living in this small apartment complex, maybe just 11 apartments, and she was my neighbor across the hall, and she was in her mid-80s when I met her, and I noticed that she kind of was struggling a little bit, like through her window, and she had a very frail voice. So I just got to know her very slowly at first, but over time I got to know her like over 5 years, and she became like my best friend. She didn't really have any family to take care of her, and she had leukemia. And so I moved her into my apartment, and I took care of her until, her transition to, above and beyond. So it was a very spiritual experience. It was a very tough experience, and I think I needed to step away from music to like really kind of process that whole thing.
Yeah. Wow, I've never heard of a reason like that to, take a break from music. That has been, the most incredible answer I've ever heard for a reason to stop doing music. Wow.
And she is the biggest inspiration to my music now, so it's so cool. Yeah. It's just really fun to honor her in that way.
Yeah. Man, that's a human thing to do. I don't know if you noticed, but society is built on I can't trust anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need anyone, lone wolf it. Were you that way as a human, or were you always the inviting type?
I feel like I have two sides of me. I feel like there is this, when I'm social and out and about, I can switch it on and be engaging and thoughtful about listening, and I can show up. But recently I've really been feeling I don't know if lone wolf it would be the right word, but I've definitely been in more solitude recently. So I kind of go back and forth almost. I'm an extrovert, but then I'm an introvert. But when I'm an introvert, that's when I really get to write and do my music at home. So that's when I really connect to it. So it's kind of a gift that I have. I don't know. I'm a Gemini, so maybe it's the two sides of me.
Oh yeah, I understand that perfectly. I'm a Gemini, and in solitude I can create the best things. Yes way.
When's your birthday?
The 24th of May.
Oh, nice. I'm May 22.
Ah, great. 2 days before.
Mhm.
All right. So, how did music first enter into your life?
Oh gosh, so I must have been about like 14, 15 years old when I grew up in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, which is like just kind of north of Philadelphia. And my parents would take me to New York on the train, and we would go see Broadway shows. And one of my first shows was Phantom of the Opera, and I loved it so much that I would start like recreating it at home, like with, I don't know if like you've seen it or your listeners seen it, but there's like a big chandelier moment in the Phantom of the Opera, and I used to like recreate it with our family chandelier and like have the music playing and be singing along. I would get like my sister involved too. But I think it's like my love of Broadway at such a young age that I started singing. And it came, with the acting and all of that. But yeah, music was definitely something that came first.
Yeah. Did you ever get to do Broadway?
No, I mean, that's definitely on my bucket list. Like, I'm manifesting that for sure. Because that would be so amazing. But yeah, I mean, that would be a dream,
Yeah. What would you want to do? Like a classic or, one of the new ones?
Oh gosh. I feel like I would want to do a fun one. I have dabbled in theater. I did a show in Vegas, off the Vegas Strip, called Naked Boys Singing, and it was a comedy kind of show.
Nice.
With singing, and we were naked, and it was a great time. And the audience was always super rowdy, and it was super fun. It was like really nerve-wracking at first, but like it got me over every sort of stage fright possible. But I feel like something fun, because you have to do it so many times a night or a week. So I feel like, I don't know, I want to say Hairspray. Like if I could ever play something in Hairspray, like that would be so fun every night. I've dabbled in like plays, not musicals before. I did like a Fringe Festival play in New York City, and it was about like a murder. So it was dark, and we did it for like 2 months. So sometimes it like wears on you, it kind of like sinks into your soul.
Yeah.
So something fun would be really cool.
Nice. All right, guys, we have Starting Something queued up by Chis Salvatore, and then we'll be right back to put him in our traditional hot seat where he gets to perform for us if he wants to. He could sing, rap, poetry, spoken word, tell a joke, tell a story, play an instrument, give some advice, or do nothing at all. That is cool as well. But for right now, here it is, Starting Something. Stay tuned.
You're my last mistake. I got a bad habit. You're gonna be the last drug I take. I'm not your pretty boy faggot. I don't know what to say, don't know what to say. I don't even recognize myself. You told me I'm away, if only I would stay. Keep on blaming on my mental health. Got me fucked up in my head.
back. Starting Something by Chis Salvatore. Oh man, that is a jam. You wouldn't even think it was about a breakup unless you like listen to the lyrics, because I don't know, you may be too busy boogieing or dancing or something creative and fun like that. All right, let's go ahead and bring Chris back. Hey, you're back live with us and in our hot seat. Are you going to perform for us?
You know what I'm going to do? I have been really into sound baths. I don't know if you or your listeners know what that is, but sound bathing is basically, yeah, you know, and I feel like your listeners know too, most of them. But I have this crystal bowl set that I am so into right now. So I feel like the world needs more healing. So I'm gonna play a little bit of my sound bowl for you.
All right.
I hope it comes through. And I hope everyone listening found that a little healing, you know? Made you feel a little bit better.
Yeah. All right, thank you for that, Chris. Where can our listeners connect with you on the internet and check out more music?
They can check out more music on Spotify, all of the streaming places. You can go to my website, chrissalvatore.com, for more. I do have merch there, so check it out, like coffee table books and stuff like that. So calendars, but yeah, just Chis Salvatore on Instagram and on Twitter at @CSalvatore.
All right. And listeners, just in case you didn't get those links, no worries. I will have them in the description of this episode and in the show notes. So all you guys have to do is just click those links. Thank you so much, Chris, for being our special guest tonight. It was truly a privilege having you here.
Thank you, brother. It's really an honor to be here. Thank you so much, and much gratitude and love to you and all your listeners.
Thank you, man. We wish you the best.
You too.
Hey, what's up? Long time. I forgot to mention that. Oh, by the way, this is Deanie, Vigilantes Radio Live, VP of Operations for Busy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony, blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, Only One Theory dropped a new single. It is called La Jefecita. It's on Spotify. As a matter of fact, it's on all major platforms. You should check it out right now. Oh, and by the way, there's also a visual on YouTube. It's hot. Check it out today. onlyonetheory.com. Check that out too. Peace.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio Live. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab it from either Spreaker.com/Only One Media Group, Spotify, Castbox, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, the app Podcast Addict, or over at our website, which again is onlyonemediagroup.com, and that goes for every single show that we've ever aired. If you you like to request some music or send something for me to play, email it to vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. That is V as in Victor. And here's my disclaimer. We are genre free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay, but facts alone. And actually, scratch all of that because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Just kidding. On behalf of myself, Denny, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Snapchat, TikTok, and all social media sites, as well as Spreaker, YouTube. We always follow back. Okay, well, just remember to put yourself into everything that you do and never stop investing in yourself. Peace, love, grilled cheese, and talk with you later.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.
What's up, guys? It's Denny, and I want to welcome you on a journey of the heart and of the mind. These Fucking Feelings podcast is a beacon in the world of mental health advocacy, and it invites you to join a conversation that's changing lives. We are here to share, listen, and grow together. Led by the passionate Micah Bravery, alongside the insightful Rebecca and Crystal. This award-winning podcast dives deep into the human experience, from navigating relationships to coping with loss. No topic is off limits. It's about real stories and real emotions. These Fucking Feelings is more than just a show. It's a community, a place where vulnerable isn't just accepted, it's celebrated. You can find it across major platforms, including YouTube and Facebook Watch. This podcast is a touchstone for anyone seeking understanding and support. These Fucking Feelings podcast, where every emotion is valid and every story matters. Tune in and transform the way you see mental health.